What up? Today we're making Oreo cheesecake bites. Okay, they were so good. Oh my god. So first we're gonna ground up some Oreos, just as many as you want. I did a lot just because I'm gonna sprinkle some on top and put some in the batter. So go and mix that up however you gonna do it. You can crush it up, do whatever you gotta do. Just make sure they're mixed. That's the goal for it to look like this. Ground it. Then we're gonna add 1/4 of butter. Okay, melted butter. Okay, to your filling. Basically, no, not the filling. The bottom of the crust. That's what it is. The crust. My bad. So we're gonna go ahead and mix that up till it gets to a wet sand consistency, like usual. We need wet sand. And then we're gonna line it with whatever you're using. I'm using these cupcake liners with the parchment paper inside. Cause you could really just use parchment paper, but I'm using these. I found these at Walmart. In the little baking section. Yep. And then we're gonna put just put your filling in there. Put as much as you want, as little as you want. Just make sure you even it out too. Cause I kind of had a lot more than I thought of crust, so I did have to sometimes you gotta do another spoonful, and then you're gonna flatten it out like this. Use whatever you need to flatten it, and that's your crust. We're gonna freeze it while we baking the cheesecake. 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. We're gonna blend that up. Okay, get it blended well. Okay, this is just the cream cheese part. I also used condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. I use the full 14-ounce can of that, and then I give it a mix. We gonna add stuff and mix. The only thing is with the eggs, you gonna add an egg while you blend it in. You'll see. So then I added a 1/2 cup of confectionery sugar. And then, like I said, blend it up. Every time I add something, I blend it up until I get to the eggs, okay? And I also added just a drop of vanilla extract and a drop of lemon extract. I didn't get that on camera. So then that's the egg, you see I'm blending and adding. That's what you're going to do with both eggs. I like to blend and add. Blend and add, okay? Just keep the blender going, okay? I got a hand mixer, so it's different. I keep calling it a blender mixer. Okay. Then we're going to I crushed up some more Oreos, and I'm going to add that to it. Okay. Now, I was going for a red velvet look for this because I used red food coloring, and it turned out that pink color. I wasn't trying. Every time I added, it went pink. This is where it start off going pink. It's like a light pink. As I keep adding, it keep turning pink. I didn't want that. That's not the color I was going for. Because if I was going to go for my favorite color, it would have been black. Okay? But come on now. Every time I added, look at that. I added the whole thing. And it still was a pink. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. That's pink. Ain't no way around it. Okay? That is pink. See? It's getting pinker. I just really had to show y'all that. I wasn't trying to make these pink, okay? That's not my color. I don't like pink like that. Enough to just be making my favorite dessert cheesecake. Yeah. See, I added the whole thing. What do? Get pinker. So they lied. They lied to me. They lied to me and said it was red and that it was pink in that bottle. I don't care what they say. Then I crushed up some more Oreos. And then, mix it up. Mix it in there. I added some more because it was losing the Oreo look from me blending it. Because it was real smoothed out, once I blended it well. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take take it out the freezer. Take your, the crust out the freezer. We're going to go ahead and, add the mixture. I put it in a little Ziploc bag and cut the corner because I don't got one of them. I ain't no baker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have one of those, the baker. I don't know what they call their things, but I made ain't nothing to make a homemade one, Ain't nothing to grab a Ziploc bag and boom, make your own. Okay? You don't have to add food, by the way, you don't have to add food coloring. I'm just always showing you what I did. You can just take the idea and run with it. You know what I'm saying? That's really why I post. Just taking it around with it. Add whatever color you want to. I'm gonna just start playing around with colors in a minute. Like whenever I bake something, I'm just gonna start playing around with colors. I baked it on 350 for 20 minutes. It looks like that. I let it cool and then I refrigerated it overnight and boom. It was so good. You gotta refrigerate it overnight for sure. It tastes better overnight especially when it's sit.